The most important number in AI is not code, it's kilowatts. Let me explain.
Today, I'm at Trinity College, Cambridge University.
Silicon Valley, the tech giants, the AI race, they're all focused on a single massive prize, building the next generation of artificial intelligence that will transform everything. Say AGI, right? But what if I told you that the real battle isn't being fought in a server room in California or a lab in Seattle? It is not Team Musk versus Team Altman. What if the most critical factor, the one thing that could decide who wins and who loses, is something far more mundane? It's electricity. I'm going to tell you something that sounds very counterintuitive. You never looked at that from this perspective. Right now, in the race to AI dominance, the United States is running into a wall of its own making, a wall of its own electrical grid. And while Trump team is busy with slapping tariffs on other countries, another country, China, is plowing through with a strategy so counterintuitive to Western thought that we can't even comprehend it. In China, they are deliberately creating overcapacity, building more power than they need, and that might be the smartest move of all. There is a famous misquote from a 1989 movie called Field of Dreams, which says, "If I build it, they will come." This is how China thinks. Let's start with the US picture, and the numbers are staggering. A 2025 Deloitte report estimates that power demand from AI data centers in the United States could skyrocket from just 4 gigawatts in 2024 to jaw-dropping to 123 gigawatts by 2035. To put that into perspective, 1 gigawatt is enough to power roughly 750,000 American homes. So we are talking about the equivalent of powering over 92 million homes just for data centers. The problem? The US electric grid system is already creaking under the weight of current demand. Utilities are overwhelmed. According to a GLL report, North America could see $1 trillion in data center development between 2025 and 2030. Now let's look at the other side of the world, because the contrast is breathtaking. China's entire approach is different. They don't see overcapacity as a bug, they see it as a feature. This brings us to a fundamental philosophical difference in how these two nations are planning their future. While the United States is facing a power crunch because of demand, China is building power so that demand will come. According to a report from the Center for Strategic and International Studies, China's average reserve margin amount of spare electricity capacity they have was around 28% in 2014, almost double the standard planning reserve margin in the United States. While the US has been building power plants based on immediate financial returns, China's policymakers from the top down to the provincial level are building infrastructure long before the demand is there. They believe you can't attract a new power-hungry industry if the electricity isn't ready and waiting for them. This is why in 2024, China added more renewable electricity capacity than the rest of the world combined. Their cumulative solar capacity is massive, and they are the world's largest producer of wind, hydro, and geothermal power. By the end of 2024, China's total installed renewable capacity reached 1,878 gigawatts, while critics point out that over 60% of the electricity still comes from fossil fuels. The sheer scale of speed of their new additions are designed to meet future demand, not just react to current needs. Think about that. They are intentionally creating a power supply surplus because they know that their AI-driven industry sectors, from mining raw materials to manufacturing finished products, will demand it. They are preparing for a future that they are actively trying to create, not just a future they hope will happen. The reason China can do this and the United States can't comes down to a fundamental difference in investment and planning models. In the United States, new power generation is primarily driven by private investment. Investors need to see a clear and immediate return. You don't build a new multi-billion-dollar nuclear or gas plant without a guaranteed customer, which means you are always playing to catch up. For example, a new nuclear plant can take over a decade to build, and a natural gas plant can take several years. The capital costs are immense, ranging from an estimated $1,062 to $1,201 per kilowatt for a natural gas plant, and a staggering $6,695 to $7,547 per kilowatt for a nuclear plant, according to the U.S. Energy Information Administration. The United States system is optimized for profit, not for long-term strategic readiness. In China, the government is the primary planner. they can build a new power plant in just a few years and a new transmission line in a fraction of the time it would take in the United States. Overcapacity isn't a sign of market failure, it is a strategic move to ensure that when want to attract a new factory or data center, the power is already there. The world's largest tech companies, the very ones that need this power most, are still focused on the short term. They are all about the next software upgrade, the next version of their model. But what good is the most powerful AI model in the world if you can't even plug it? The US is increasingly becoming a nation of short-term thinkers in a long-term game. And that is more than any other factor is the reason why China is deliberately doing overcapacity. It might just be the winning strategy in the global AI race. If you enjoyed the video and want to hear more about the similar topics, please subscribe, smash the bell button. If you have any questions or want to leave a comment, you know what to do. Till next time, bye.